All right, boys. Welcome back to the second video on the channel. I'm super excited to bring this to you. This is going to be an official what's in the bag video. So we'll go through all of my clubs. We'll go through what's inside of the bag and all that good stuff. You'll see right now that I kind of have a Frankenstein kind of setup. I actually just got fitted for irons a few days ago and it went freaking awesome. I got fit into the TaylorMade P790s just because my ball flight was super high and that kind of evened out my ball flight. And then we got into an extra stiff steel shaft because of my club head speed, my ball speed. And at 110 grams of weight, we tried a few different weights, and 110 is just what felt the best. 120 was really good too. All right, so let's start off with the wedges. I'm playing two wedges right now, a 56 degree Volpe, and then I also have a 52 degree. Unfortunately, I was playing with a 60 degree. I miss it so much. It's what I used around the greens for a lot of shots. I mean, it really came in handy, but I left it at the course, and of course, somebody picks up a Volpe wedge. They don't really turn it into the clubhouse, unfortunately. Someone took my wedge, so it is what it is. And my 56 is actually at one of my boys' house. He has an at-home sim, which maybe you'll see on the channel eventually. But yeah, so he has that, so kind of been struggling with it, but I'm seeing him on Friday, so it's all good. So we're going to start off with my 52 degree wedge. This right here is a Mizuno MP Deluxe. I got this from a thrift shop. I actually love it. You can see right there. I would say I use this maybe when I have like 100 to 105, maybe 110 yards out. I don't whip it out too much in the round just because I don't really like that yardage too much. I would rather be like 125 in or like 80 or 90 yards in. That's where my 56 degree comes into hand. So that is my 52 degree. And then we're going to move on to my pitching wedge. This bad boy right here is one of my favorite clubs. Like I said, this is a Frankenstein set, so bear with me. I do plan to get the P790 soon, so be on the lookout for that. This right here is a Cobra Fly Z XL. I'm a big fan of this club. It's really chunky. It's very forgiving. I will say, after getting fit the other day, I realized how much I need new irons, or just I guess irons that are built better for my swing where I'm at now. These are for a beginner golfer, and just standing behind it after hitting the other irons, the TaylorMade ones that had barely any offset. They weren't chunky at all. The sole wasn't as fat. It just looked so clean behind the ball. And it was also, I was getting a really consistent, more of a consistent ball flight with it. Even like my miss hits, if I hit a little bit more on the toe, which tends to be my miss, I was still having the same ball flight. It was a baby fade. Just maybe fell off like 5 or 6 yards. So now we're going to move on to the 9 iron, which is where I have the most consistency in my set, not so much Frankenstein. I'm playing with the Rogues. This one right here, like it's rough, boys. This one right here has a regular shaft, and it has, I think, a negative degree of lie angle. So this right here is my 9 iron. It is a Rogue. It is what I'm playing. I mean, I'm a fan of it. You know, it's not. I loved my set until I hit those P790s. I'm gonna be honest. You know, but the Rogues are good. You know, they're very forgiving. They're really hot off the face. And then my 8 iron again is going to be the Rogue. I actually just got the grip change, which I love. And then these, for all of my irons, I'm running the same shaft, and it is the Puro Cage Mitsubishi Rayon shaft. They're all stiff flex. After yesterday and seeing my swing speed, my club head speed, and my ball speed, I definitely need extra stiff and steel. Yeah, so we're gonna get there eventually. You'll see it on the channel. It's just that set is probably like $1,200 brand new or something like that. I really just can't swing that right now. And then we have the 7 iron, which again is the Rogue, and it's going to be in that same exact shaft. Again, I mean, I'm a fan of it, you know, like I loved my set up until I realized how much I needed a different types of clubs, you know. And then my 6 iron, we will go back to the Cobra Fly Z XLs. And I have these actually, this is the only one that I have in the shaft that I originally got it with. This needs a lot of love. Look at that grip. I mean, that is just rough. You can tell that I do not use this club anymore, which I actually don't. I'm really in need of a full set, but we'll get there, you know. It is what it is. So this is actually a senior flex. The reason why I don't hit it, it feels like a spaghetti when I'm going through the ball on this thing. All right, now let's move to my 3 hybrid, which I have in the Rogue. I love this club. It's pretty hot coming off the face, very consistent ball flight. I have this inside of a regular shaft, which eventually I'm gonna get everything over. So the plan now, obviously I can't afford to get the new P790. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all of my clubs except for my driver. And no, this one I'll probably stay graphite, just extra stiff. But for all of my irons, I'm going to go with an extra stiff steel shaft at 110 grams because it was just so consistent. My miss hits weren't even, they were still on line, you know, I just lost a little bit of yardage, so it was freaking awesome. And now we will move to the big boy, the big dog, the driver. I love this thing. As you can tell, probably by the theme of the video, this is a Rogue. Will I update it? Maybe, I don't know. I'm honestly a really big fan of this club. I don't feel like I need a new driver right now. I do think that I need another shaft. I have this one in the Curl Rage, same thing as my other ones. However, this is a regular flex and it's only 60 grams. The reason why I got it is they just didn't have the stiff shaft when I was at that point in time. I think, let me see, when I got these, my 7 iron, the ball speed was like, I think it was like 75 or 80 miles an hour. So that's why I was recommended to get put in these shafts. But now my ball speed off of the 7 iron is averaging like 102 miles an hour. So it's gone up a good amount. That's the reason why we have to kind of just rework my whole entire bag. But I do love this club. Right now I do have it at 10.5 degrees. I plan to drop it to 9.5 degrees just because I just want to see what the ball flight looks like. So that's what's in the bag, boys. I will give you some goodies. You don't even want to look at my putter. I'm not even going to whip it out. You don't want to see that thrift store putter. I will tell you that this training aid right here is one of the best in the game when it comes to iron striking. I mean, just look at that. Look at how small that head is. When you put it behind the ball, it is literally the size of the golf ball. So just so that you guys can have a comparison here, look at that. You know what? I'll stand this way so that you're able to see it. But there you go. So ball has a mind of its own, huh? My dog's freaking out right now. My dog's like, what is this? What are you doing? This thing has a mind of its own. What the heck? All right, so there we go. Finally decided to settle. So you'll see the ball. And I'll put this back there. You can really see how small that is. So this is a great training aid that I love. It's really, really good stuff. That just about wraps it up. I'm not really gonna go through what's inside of my bag. I mean, you have all the standard things. I have my glove, which needs to get changed drastically. I have a bunch of balls in there, tees, divot markers, the whole 9 yards. But if you guys like the video, I really appreciate it if you like it. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification, leave all of the comments that you want. Please roast my Frankenstein set because it's pretty rough. I definitely need a new set, and that'll happen in the future. I'm not really rushing things right now. But again, if you guys like the video, please like it, comment on it, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, maybe some things that you want to see on the channel going forward. I know this is only the second video that I've ever made. So like I said in the first video, I don't think it's even get a lot of views. It's going to get a lot of traction, but I'm here for the long run. You know, eventually, I was thinking about it. I do want to do some course videos in the future, aside from just videos of me on the range, to kind of mix up the material that I have on the channel. But yeah, I'm signing off, guys. Come here, buddy. This is a big girl. You'll probably see her on the channel a lot. But yeah, guys, I appreciate it. Make sure to like the video, and we'll see you on the next one.